Here we are again. Good to see you. I'm Louie. This is Level Up with Louie stream of adventure where we hang out for a little while as you're doing some things and I'm doing some things. The infracells are up, the mega thrusters are go, and the turbines are to speed. You're right. You guys now know how to operate some of this machine as well as I do. That's the nice part. Like just by hanging out on this starship, a secret moon base on Earth, you have figured out, and I have figured out a little more on how to make this happen. We are a collective of like minded individuals setting out on an adventure into ourselves. Why not? You got a little bit of time to kill. I'm on in the background somewhere while you're hopefully dutifully doing some work. Either things you want to get done for yourself or things you want to get done at work or at home for someone else. It's okay to spend some time as much as you want, as long as you're looking out for yourself, helping other people. In fact, make it part of your weekly routine to spread a little love around, reach out to some friends and say, hey, I'm lost in the chaos maelstrom of a living human life, but you come up in my mind sometimes, and I'm thinking of you. I am thinking and thankful for you. Level Up with Louie stream of adventure. We'd like to hang out here. We're going to burn some lasers today. I mean, we're going to burn some things with some lasers. We have lightning bolt and fireball. Two little cuties over there in the shop. You can see them now right there. Right behind me, we have lightning bolt and fireball. These cool cats are all that. Yeah, Lip Punk. I don't think you want. You might try more of an expressive love, like something like word, or a card, or a message. I'm just saying. But even those sometimes leave a mess. Watch yourself. If anybody's creeping into your DMs, just kick them on out. That's just a snake getting in there, trying to bite your apple. As we all know, nobody out here in the wasteland wants to have their apple bitten. We're going to be playing some live jams today. I do a little bit of music. We just let that roll for a little while as you're getting some things done and I'm getting some things done. If you have any questions about lasers or the shop, Little Empire, Level Up with Louie, or Nat 21 Adventures, please post those. Or if you just have general nerdy questions about Dungeons and Dragons or science, we can get to some of those too. I love that sort of stuff. I love me some science. Speaking of loving science, let's all listen to a theme song I love, written by the one and only Akimizu. One right there in the chat. This is the Level Up with Louie theme song. There it is, that beautiful, beautiful tune, Level Up with Louie. You are here with me, and some of you want to know about my D&D plans for the fall. D&D, of course, is a short term for saying Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons and I are 50 years old this year, and we just love it. A new player's handbook has come out, and I'm going to go if I have a lot of things to glue in the next 48 hours. I have so much gluing to do. But I think I'm going to escape, stop by the festival, do a couple things I need to do there, and then go buy Third Eye Games and Hobbies and buy the new player's handbook. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna love it and I'm gonna call it mine. And that will start my D&D in the fall. I plan on doing some Dungeons and Dragons here in this system with this streaming setup. I'll tell you, it is one of I want to do some one shots and play around. I want to get people onboarded with Dungeons and Dragons and just have some silly fun with all of you on a night of the week. I'm not sure what night of the week's going to work best for everybody. Somewhere in my brain, it's a Friday night, even though that's ridiculous because I should be going to bed and winding down at the time I'll do it because I got to work. It's 7 days a week. August, September, October are pretty much 7 days a week of just go, 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 with, of course, life in between. And yes, I will buy all the new books. That is the plan. I am a fan of Dungeons and Dragons. I'm fine with Wizards of the Coast. Complete honesty, I own a little bit of Hasbro stock. And I was, because I loved it so much, I was like, I want part of that machine. It hasn't done well. I've lost money on that. But hey, you know what? It's the thought that counts, right, Hasbro? Keep it alive. I'm not saying every choice they make is great. I'm not saying they know how to run things. I'm not saying they're not a big corporate consumer conglomerate that is hell bent on destroying our environment while also pretending to enrich our lives. But I'm a fan. So I'm going to buy all three new books. I love them. In fact, I think today I might buy two players' handbooks, the normal cover and the alternate cover, because this weekend I want to have them out in the booth. And so me and all my employees and everybody hanging out there can look at the books and make some characters and have some fun with. Yeah, yeah, guys, that Honor Among Thieves movie, it's great. It's right in the zone. I hope they make some more of them. I was a big fan of that movie. I saw it multiple times in the theater. First night it came out, pretty much, and back a couple years ago. I hope they make more. It's a fun movie, and you know what? Even the other bad Dungeons and Dragons movies, there's a little bit of fun you can find them, but not the same amount of well done, crafted story, character arc, D&D usage, not too much cheese as this one. The other ones have a little bit of cheese in there. Like, I hope you like a cheesy sandwich because it's mostly provolone, American, and mozzarella just mashed together in a horrible thing with like one thin slice of ham in it and some spices, but nothing that overpowers all that cheese. Yes, the that movie does represent D&D very well. I think it sets up a lot of what it feels like to actually play the game of Dungeons and Dragons, which is cool. Great on them. We are here in the studio. As you saw, we have Fireball. I'll be loading him up. And then over here on the Mac, I am trying to work on some party hats. I'm going to try to make 3 hats for the mimics: a Viking helmet, a party hat, and a luau flower, sort of hair flower, a hibiscus, a something. It's a real flower. And Lit yes, they referenced the D&D cartoon. Of course, one of my dice jails, which I don't have here because they're all for sale down at the festival, is based on that cartoon from the 80s. And Nat 21 Adventures. Oh, yeah, Lit Punk. These are the good questions. So, Into the fall, doing some D&D. I wanna be doing it one night. Here's an issue I'm about to confront that we're gonna have to figure out, gang. At some point, I'm gonna be down in North Carolina, and I'm not going to bring my whole streaming rig with me. It's a beast of a monster of a machine. I didn't One thing I don't wanna do is have to unplug all these cords, pack it up, be careful with it, take it with me, unpack it, set it up, have electric, move it every time I wanna eat dinner if I'm down in North Carolina. So, I might be streaming from my phone and computer while I'm making stuff and crafting, or maybe the streams will be a little bit shorter. They'll be an hour or 2 hours, but I can do them a couple more times a week or something. That'll be as we start to get into October, November when I'm down in North Carolina back and forth. I'll be back up here in the shop too, and I'll drive up, I'll cut things, and then I'll pack it all back up and drive down to North Carolina. Those are again August, September, October, even a little into November. Crazy days. Not 21 Adventures. I know they have a whole world of things going on right now. I just ended a stream with them called Veil of the Failed and Fallen with Robert Turk and some great cats there playing that game, play testing through it a little bit and having fun. And then we're going to have a New Orleans adventure. Check this out. And that's how an advertisement goes. They are not sponsoring this. In fact, I thought I was, but I don't think I am anymore, a patron of theirs. So I'm sponsoring them. I love them. They're what a great crew at Nat 21 Adventures. But they have stories and games going all the time. They have Feywild stuff, they have dark gothic horrors, they have classic D&D, they have crafting shows, they have chock full of a full week schedule for you. So pop on over to see them, Nat 21 Adventures. And the New Orleans tour, I went last year. I've been to New Orleans before, but I went last year to this. I signed up for it, paid for my hotel. I did it all just as a full patron to enjoy the experience, and I got to disappear into it. Incredible, super fun. Like it helped. I disappeared. I disappeared into the whole event for the week. 5 days. I stayed, I think, a day extra so I could just enjoy some extra New Orleans. But in the schedule, there's time when you can just walk down to Bourbon Street. You're in a hotel within walking distance of Bourbon Street, but it's off the beaten path enough to where none of that bothers you. Go on a carriage ride, saw some graveyards, and then play D&D with people all night. And then they're going to have games set up, and then there's music and live entertainment that comes in, and then at the end, the last day, you go to the Louisiana Renaissance Fair and have some interactions with some of the crafters and artists there to kind of round out and add some little magical touches to your complete adventure. And it all ties into the same adventure over the multiple nights, multiple tables playing the same basic adventure, so you have shared experiences. It New Orleans is fun. It's a place you can disappear for a little bit. You can walk around and pretend you're a vampire at midnight and just walk the streets, and there's plenty of people up to pretend with you. Last year, I was dressed up as a wizard because we had walked around in our cosplay clothes and gone on adventures to different bars there where people were set up, and nobody batted an eye. I was dressed like a wizard. I met a witch. We chatted for a little bit. They seemed like they lived around there, and I was just like, "Hey, you cool person. You're walking this way. I'm walking this way. Can we just chat for a minute about what's going on around here and fun things?" That was great. It was beautiful down there. It was weather-wise, I could just wear normal clothes. I didn't bring a jacket. I just brought a this. I brought this. I wore this a lot. My safety shirt. This is my number one shirt, my safety shirt, and this is my chain to remind me that I can always be duped. That's it. Just happy reminders. Happy reminders, folks. Like you're a happy reminder to me to get off my butt some days and keep working. Never give up, never give up, never surrender. You know, the classic saying. Never give up, never surrender. We're going to pick you up like they did in Defender. Let's see what we got on the table. We are going to clear off this laser and get it cutting some more mimics. Michael Akamizu, I am going to be saving a couple of these mimics and chests for you. Make sure they're available. And we're going to be here in the shop. I'll be bouncing over to that computer, doing some design work. I'll see what I can do about making these. Look, this is me. I was doing this on this to the screen to try to make it go bigger for you. I was like, meow, meow. It doesn't work. See, it's not working. I'll be working on these. I think it'll be easy to implement these and then print off a board of them, and then they will be able to fit right in that middle section. I have some space left over on this, and then it'll be optional if we build it with the hat or not. Dot, 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 dot. That's down the road. Yeah. Okay, music. It was fun to do that. It did feel like LARPing and like it just vibed. It all vibed. Super good. All right. Well, we're gonna get into some music. This is great conversation. This is happening, as they say. You branch off for a moment, go pick up what you need to pick up. Maybe you're working on a project, you're doing some writing, you're doing some working, you're folding laundry, you're about to duck into working back into the warehouse, but you have me on in the background. Whatever it is, so I'll take a breath in. Here we go. Hold it and release. Nice, deep, calming breath. You are capable of what you want to get done today. You have achieved things in the past that are similar to the things you are doing now. So it's all doable. And if it's not, if it's new to you, if it's scary, if it looks difficult, bite off a little piece, nibble at it, do something to get that ball rolling, because sometimes that's all it takes. And then you pick up and your brain gets a little inspired and starts to see solutions to the larger problem if you just start nibbling away at little pieces. All right, Lip Punk, you need a costume that's not makeup. Like pretty much you could go as a Minecraft, just a cardboard box and a cardboard box. That's what I call it. I'm a Gen X. I call it, you could go as a Minecraft. I like using Minecraft that way. You know, you could go as a Mario, meaning any of the characters. You could go as a Minecraft. You're just one block of granite. That's a pretty easy costume. You could go as a disguised dragon, which is just looking nice, and they can polymorph and transform themselves into humans. Maybe you just have like a little dragon neck tattoo or something. Always a classic. Going as a disguised dragon. Easy, easy party. Yeah, the live Minecraft movie, I'm down. Like, I don't have a lot of high hopes for the mission, but at the same time, there has been some fun little moments in movies. Mario did well, and Jumanji has done well. Jack Black I like, and I like the world of Minecraft enough, even though I don't know some deep lore. That movie will be a great way to jump in. Speaking of jumping in, gird your loins, get set. We're about to disco. All right. Well, look at that. Getting jiggy with it. Exactly. Speed Racer, welcome. This is Level Up with Louie, where I'm hanging out with you while you're hanging out doing what you do. Everything we like to do here is rhyme, and nothing ever is on time. This is the stream of adventure in the shop. This is beautiful Little Empire shop. We have the wonderful Fireball laser up and running. We also have Lightning Bolt in here, but Lightning Bolt's sitting quiet for a minute. We also will be bouncing around working on some party hats and different things for mimics. And we have this beautiful Fireball laser loaded up, ready to go. What I am going to do is go load up the image. It's right over here on this Google Chromebook. Ooh, look at that laser go. Oh my gosh. I just pointed over and it started moving. Yeah, know your place, laser. We're going to load up that and then I'm going to pop over and start working on those hats for mimics. I'm excited. Hopefully we'll get that cut today. It will be cool to see that pop up there in the actual laser. This laser, they're called glow forges. They're the Glowforge Plus right in the middle there. It's been a great laser. I am so far I'm a fan of Glowforge. I mean, it's going to stay like it works. It gets things done. It's paid for themselves. It's made the magic happen. All those good things, and out of the box it started working. Few years ago when I was getting started with this, I was looking to have other people cut all my designs. I didn't know about lasers yet. It was going to take me a couple years, I thought, to have to buy my own laser. But once I started looking around and having people price out a whole board, you see the size of that board, about 11 by 19, 12 by 20, somewhere in that zone. If they cut the boards for me, I would not make any money from the pieces. Like it would be tough. Like more than half of the cost would just go to cutting it at the prices I was trying to sell them for. So I bought one. I was like, well, I guess I'm gonna have to buy one. I found this. It was fine price, right in the middle zone, what I could afford at the time, all good. These guys are great. I would one day like to get a production level epilogue or Trotec or something a little bigger, something with about double the board size that can cut twice as fast. So, and that's all doable. That's within the zones. Something that isn't dependent on the cloud. Like these have to be hooked up to the internet. So it's like when I go to Arizona and I bring one, I have to bring a hotspot and have the internet and have all these things kind of go over. I do plan on getting a bigger laser. I obviously can't put it in here. My shop cannot fit a larger laser unless these two are gone, et cetera. Even a larger laser would sit out another foot from where this is, and it'd have to have a cooling system. We'll see how that goes. Like, we'll see where it all shakes out. Maybe I can get a whole small business loan and make it happen and rent a space in town where I can have some of this set up and all that magic. Who's to say? Arizona, I'm out there. Yeah, I'm out there, Little Empire. We're rocking and rolling. And I have a laser behind the booth there. I have a trailer to live in, and next to that, a metal shed with a laser set up in it. And during the week, I'm cutting there as I'm putting product together and working on the booth and all the other magic things. Love Arizona. It's a great time to be there during the year. Good people and a fun fair, and that booth is paid for and finally growing up to be its own little thing. The punk, it would be fun to have a bigger system. Imagine cutting larger pieces, uh, whole play sets, if you will, of wood. And just the idea that it could double all my production time. So every hour I spent in here cutting, instead of maybe two things, I could get four things out of that is great to me too. But then, so those lasers, these little cats over here, I'll tell you, are about 5,000 each. Those little babies. A big Trotec or an epilogue is going to be 12 to start or something. So that's a little crazy. Awesome, Speed Eraser. Thanks, man. Thanks for yeah, it's a beautiful shop there. Thanks for coming by there and checking in on the streams. I am also going to do some Dungeons and Dragons live streaming where we play a little D&D. I dress up like me the wizard and this background's about the same but it's darker in here and it's like grittier and there's maybe I can get a smoke machine or something going on. I'd love to be able to hit a button over here and have a couple like glowing eyes. Let's give a growl out to all of you for being here. A happy, hearty growl out. Kara, welcome. You just made it right in time. And when you wrote Lurches in, I picture Lurch coming and dancing, like with Wednesday in that one scene. So that's how I picture you. If somebody lurches in, they're coming in like that character from the Monsters. All right, we're going to go load up this laser. We bounce around here on ideas, on my interactions with you, some music plays. We together are out here in the wasteland
Into the wasteland.
where things sometimes seem bleak, depressing, shallow, and demeaning. We're human beings. We should have more than what we have. There is an abundance of riches upon this earth. Scarcity is a BS mindset, but scarcity can be created if corporate conglomerates work their butts off to keep it. We're going to keep fighting the good fight, trying to wrest some of that power back into our hands as good people of the earth, letting everybody live peacefully together, even if they have different ideas and ways of living. We can respect each other. And I can give some love to almost anybody as long as they're not a complete. And here we are, making the best of it too, my friends. Get up, get doing something, maybe stretch for a little bit. We're going to play a little more disco music because it had me bouncing. And then we're going to move on to some Laser Town. Here we go. Okay, let's try that again. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's try that again. Sometimes in this show, it's about like making mistakes and then recognizing that and then doing your best to overcome those mistakes. One of the mistakes I had was the music part was muted. So I hit that button. And then I say something like, we're going to go to Laser Town. Welcome, Rob. We're getting funky. Here we are.
Out into the wasteland. Out into the wasteland. Out of the wasteland.
Out in the wasteland once again. Take care, Lit Punk. Have a wonderful day. You are all here at Level Up with Louie's stream of adventure. You hear a laser lasering in the background. Look at that little guy go. That's Fireball cutting now through 1/8 MDF board. This is the new board I ordered, and it seems to be working. It's the right thickness. I can tell by my fingertips that it's the right thing. I can look, I can touch, I can taste, I can smell, I can hear, and I can sense. And adamame, whatever that other taste is. Jillian, hey, thanks for stopping by and lurking. This show is all about and for the lurkers. I know there's many more of you out there because you tell me you see the show, but it doesn't show up in my viewer count. I don't know how you're watching it. Lance is still trying to get this going on his PlayStation or Xbox. It never works. But here we are, friends, making it happen. Lurking is the best. If I had to choose lurking or twerking, you know I'd be watching you from the outskirts. That's how it goes. Enjoy your time. You don't need to jump in. You don't need to interact. I 100 Fireball appreciate everybody who types and chats and kind of talks with each other, talks with me. We answer some questions. We hang out. Absolutely perfect. But Jillian, lurk away, my friend. Lurk away. We're into our second hour here, so let's mix up the music genre. I like to hit it about every hour. We mix it up a little bit, ending with the last hour, a little bit of lo-fi or fantasy music to kind of disappear into the afternoon with. Let's see. We have some happy holidays. Ho, ho. You guys want to do some Christmas tracks? That would be great, huh? Just some Christmas magic. We do have spooky goth and all things industrial. I'd like to see what that sounds like. And melodic bass, future bass vibes. Both those sound good. So if you're out there and you got any sort of say in the matter, what would you choose? Melodic bass, which is melodic and future bass vibes, or industrial, and they have listed as spooky goth and all things industrial. Let me know. Until that happens, one more disco masterpiece. Unami, button pusher wins with umami. My mommy, your mommy. And a vote for industrial. We are live at Level Up with Louie live. Just a few seconds ago, I said the words you're hearing now. It is amazing that there's an actual little delay between when my voice hits this microphone. Electronic magnets compress that into data that then goes down a cord into a box, interprets it inside of a machine that is also processing video, and then pops that on out to you over what's known as the YouTube, which is some cloud servers consuming as much energy as a state, possibly a small country. And that's how it's done, friends. You and I together, feeding electrons into each other back and forth. That is called the internet. Nobody really knew that the internet created us just because somewhere, somehow, a great Cthulian entity needed electrons moved around. You thought it was souls. You thought souls were going to be what provided that great Cthulian entity with all of its magic. But no, friends, it's not souls. It's electrons. Who's to say electrons don't have souls? Who's to say? Maybe Simon Dan, maybe Matt Dillahunty. I don't know. They can debate me if they dare to come on here. You might all because of satellites too. Yeah, right. The energy is being beamed around. It's all being connected and distributed. It's simply incredible. I love it. You might have noticed if you were watching the vid at all, you might have noticed that when I was popping out the pieces, let me go grab them. And I was popping out the pieces of those. Yes, it is. Maybe there could be a role-playing game there. Your character is trying to defeat the internet, the greatest eldritch evil of all time. I think the wonderful Lovecraft would join us in saying yes to that. Look at this piece. Look at how messy that little guy is. Look at that extra around. Look how thin that little crispy edge is. This is a telltale sign of, and again, here's where troubleshooting and BS magic comes in. That you see that flashing around there. It didn't cut all the way through. It was hard for me to get put it in the hopper, Robert. It is getting down to it. So it didn't cut all the way through. So it was hard to remove these pieces. And I've been cutting on this laser for a little bit. It's been going great. I haven't done a deep clean recently. And so that to me means I need to get some fans. Yeah. It doesn't taste like cornflakes, Rob. It doesn't taste like cornflakes. I'll tell you that. A bad laser from not a bad laser, bad maintenance schedule by me. See if I can put that right back in the same tray. This other one. Yeah, but it should do its dang job all the time consistently without any maintenance. You know, just like a relationship. But it didn't. So I had to put these into a special tray, and I mark special trays by throwing something oddball into the tray to remind me that this tray needs to be dealt with a little differently. So this has 4 sets of dice thrown in there. So I remember this tray of goodness is a tray of mediumness. All these can be salvaged, a razor blade cleanup, but that just takes more hours, more time. So I'm going to power up lightning bolt over here. Got the beautiful lightning bolt. And I'm going to see if I can do a little deeper clean on fireball. Maybe it's a fan clean. I know the fan in the back is starting to sound loud. And that deep clean means I'm going to have to pop off the side right here on both machines. You need to take it apart, void all your warranty, pop off this side. It pops up. There's little clips. It's a pain in the ass, but doable. I'll pop off that side there and possibly deep clean the fan within. The fan in the back that gets cruddy, I can hear it after hours upon hours upon hours of running these lasers. I know what to listen for, just like probably a good auto mechanic or somebody who drives a lot or works any sort of machinery. You can listen and hear when things are a little wonky. So the fan in here is sounding a little wonky. That means literally it has gunk all caked on it. It's not spinning 100. I've already replaced the actual fan on the carriage head. Maybe I'll clean that, but it probably needs a little bit of a deep clean. It does void our warranty to clean the machine in part, like to clean that deep. You could go from the back with some Q-tips. You can go from the side with some blown air. You can try to get to that fan and clean it. But Glowforge, unfortunately, did not make a great tinkerer friendly machine. And I don't have warranties on these machines anymore, but that's just for somebody who wanted to do a deep clean. Oh my goodness. Yes. Sigetka. CG Etka. It's so funny you say that. First of all, voided the warranty, cleaning the fan. There are some things consumer level I'm allowed to clean. And they say you can clean your fan from the outside, but it's a pain in the butt. You have to move it from the back, get Q-tips in there. Like that might save it, but I haven't done a deep clean on that fan. On Lightning Bolt, I have taken out the fan and done a deep clean on that. So it's a whole process. There's a little bit of dremeling involved if I want to make it easier on myself because there's two hard to reach screws with these little points above them, and I've already taken them out of one laser with the Dremel. I'll take them out of the other one, and possibly I have to buy a new fan. It's sounding a little clunky just on the edge again. We'll see how it goes. CJ, just just toss it in the dishwasher. That's it, guys. Give me a couple minutes. I'm going to take this laser and toss it in the dishwasher. It doesn't say it's not dishwasher safe. And if it doesn't say something, you can assume something else. That's how I like to go through life. If it doesn't explicitly say one way or the other, just make up the rules on your own. That's called dungeon mastering on the fly. DJ, I plan on making a White Hart Tavern replica. It's exactly the tavern I want to make. Yes. And I'm going to have my brother make a little stag to go out front of it. He's going to sculpt that part and maybe sculpt some of the brickwork. And we're going to try to do a combo model where we combine his polyurethane cast pieces with my laser cut pieces so we can add some more depth. It would be amazing and great to make replicas of actual buildings. That's what I'm building up to. That's why I'm cutting my teeth all these years, making kind of generic buildings. But I've gone down to White Hart. I've taken pictures. I haven't done measurements yet, but I have looked at it from satellite view to kind of get a feel for it. But I will go down there. I'll take pictures. I'll measure things. I'll take some detailed pictures. And I would love to next year here have a complete White Hart Tavern you can buy. And then I'd like to do some stages. I'd like to make a front gate, some other buildings, so you could make a replica Renaissance festival to have in your basement. Like some people had model trains growing up. You could have a model Renaissance festival and then run a train through there to make it steampunk, baby. I'm talking Eberron over here. Beep, bop, beep, bop. That would be amazing. Again, it's a little bit of a dream. I haven't ever made an actual replica of a festival building. I would also love to make a replica of every one of my booths. So when you go in the booth, there is a little booth sitting there looking at you, and then you wonder like what scale you really are. All right, that's the idea here. That's the idea. All right, I have Lightning Bolt powered up. I'm going to take off some things from there. Why don't, in the meantime, you guys all take a deep, deep breath. Relax a moment. Think about all your great life choices and how you can make some of those again. And congratulations. on you guys making already great life choices with being here, being friends with me, and being friends with each other. I know some of your families and things that go on in your worlds. You're rocking it, guys. You're rocking it. You're raising good kids. You're making that sort of magic. I don't have kids. So I just want to support my friends who I think are good parents. Like, good job, guys. Good job. Thank you. I have high hopes for the mission. I am digging Gen Z's ridiculousness. Actually, I went out and hung out with some people of all generations last night. We played some board games right over near the festival. I was invited over to, hey, come on over. We're getting together at this local tavern. We're going to play some games and have a couple drinks. And some Zers were there, the millennials, and they were delightful. I have no idea how to communicate with them, and I'm an old dude, but I had fun hanging out with them. It was great. So, you, parents out there, making these kids, raising them right, getting them involved in things. 100, fire, lit to you. Let's give a growl out to my friends with kids. And now, take a moment, breathe in and relax as we watch the grass grow. What if ghosts can know about lasers? Nature cam. Oh, that was a great cam to have. Remember, I just used to have a camera pointed outside and I'd go click nature cam. We'd be there. That was a good time. Those were the good days. Jay, hello, welcome. This is Level Up with Louie. That nature cam was pretty fun. That was my lawn here. I would love to find a good like spider's web somewhere around here and set up or different bugs. I know there's some skinks that hang out, and I know you have spiders and skinks too. But isn't it cool to see spiders and skinks on the internet? That's what I'm saying. When you could see them in somebody else's house, that's pretty cool. And that's what we're going to set up. Lightning bolt, little hard to pop out a couple of the pieces, not as bad as fireball just was. And this again could be the difference in the wood. The slight 0.007 inches matters. So what if the wood I got from this, I didn't think this was going to be as much of a problem as it is, having suppliers with wood and different shipments. I am worried and I haven't ordered some cuts I need done from somebody else because I am worried about getting like 5 boxes shipped to them, have them cut all my pieces and they come back wrong or they don't cut right or something happens. Ugh. So I think I'm going to have to go 1 box at a time. I'm going to send this to one of my cutters, have them cut it, and then we'll see what happens. Coming in, there is no late here at this stream, Jay. This is a 3-hour stream of adventure, a 3-hour tour where we all get lost on an island together. One of you is the professor, one of you is little buddy, and one of you is Ginger. And then we are all hanging out, having a good time, and maybe like a gorilla comes in and steals our food, or there's another like a lost shipwreck that they interact with us, but they get saved somehow and we're still stuck there because of something goofy the captain did. That's all I'm saying. Yes, of course, one of you is Marianne. Yes, of course, one of you is the Smeesteads, the Hargroves, the, you remember, the rich couple. There we are, all on that island together with goofy shenanigans happening. So anytime you show up in that 3-hour tour is fine. It's like you parachuted in for a bottle episode. Hope you're doing well out there, everybody. It is a beautiful Thursday here in the Maryland part of the world. You know where that is. Maryland on the east coast of the United States. And it is nice out. I do have my AC on now because once these lasers start going, it heats up in here. And there's a strange, acrid smell in the air. I know I am taking months, if not years, off of my life by sitting in a room with lasers. But you know what? I'm doing it for you, and I'm not going to stop doing it. Yes, exactly. $1 at a time, Rob. I'll send it to them, see how it goes. I've gotten cuts a whole box before where they were all the wrong size, and that was a frustration moment where I had to cry in a garage alone for a little while. Hey, that happens. So I'll do $1 at a time to my buddy. If that box works and they come back, everything works, I'll send like 2 boxes the next time or something and make sure I talk to the supplier and say, send me what you sent last time because that worked. We're going to rock and roll for another few minutes of industrial music. Industrial, spooky, goth, all things dark. I'm going to go over here, finish up cleaning out this laser. You guys keep an eye on the shop for me. Are lasers hazardous to your health? Yes. Yes, they are. One, they can murder you if they're ready. The idea, thanks for being actual concerned. The idea is it's vented to the outside. So it's vented to the outside. You can see those tubes venting it. But that doesn't mean some around the cracks and seams of the laser, some of the smoke does come into the room. I can smell that at times. It's not horrible. But I think if I was doing this right, I would have another fan or two attached in that pipeline. And that would be sucking out more of the air. And then I would actually have in the window there, right up here, I would have above this wooden board here, I would have a couple fans that are just sucking the air from in here outside. But then if I have air conditioner going and other things, it's a whole mess. Whole mess. Lasers are dangerous. Like, yeah, Skyfall. Please don't put a giant laser up there. Also, if a laser is about to cut you in half, just talk to the bad guy. They love to hear themselves talk. You can get away. You're James Bond. You're .007. Yeah, don't put in, guys, this is all good advice. Nobody put lasers into their eyes, no matter what they are. Even sometimes just watching the laser cut, I'm like, my eyes are this is probably dumb. Yeah, definitely. Overall, though, thanks for asking about it. I feel I'm safe enough. I do breathe in a little bit. If I was running more industrial lasers, I should probably be wearing a mask or something going on. Or I would run them in a separate room that's the whole room is ventilated out, as well as directly from the laser is ventilated out. And again, I could just smell it sometimes because you can't get 100% vacuum going on here to get it outside. And definitely don't point lasers at planes or helicopters. You can actually get in the Syrio trouble for that. Yeah, they will come find you. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know when. But they will find you.
Where anger to hear music follows everywhere.
Right. This music has been rocking and rolling pretty good, everybody. I think we are almost done with our industrial time. We're going to go to a little bit of lo-fi to make that happen. The switch as I talk. I'm going to make that happen in the background, and you might not even notice. Switch over. But I certainly will. I'm going to calm it down here, a little lo-fi to the end. We got about half the time left, 15 minutes or so on the current cut on Lightning Bolt. Lightning Bolt cutting away, and there we have a party hat and a party hat, Viking helmet, and I'm going to make some Hawaiian flowers in your hair. Those look pretty good for my first attempt there. Just a little quick something. I'll, of course, you've seen my process. Get an idea, sketch it out, start to modify it. That party hat is almost wizardy, but mostly party. That looks great. I can't wait to cut these out and actually put them on a mimic. So we'll have a little mimic. One of the pieces, let's see if it's in there. No. One of the pieces will be slotted so a different hat can go in it. And here's what I'm thinking. Maybe I can make the hat a little, I make some friction fit. It's called friction fit. When you make a little piece, that's exactly it, Rob. Oh my gosh. Right? A little jaunty party cap for a mimic. Like, this is my nephew's idea. As soon as he said, make a little party hat for him, I was like, oh my gosh, this is done. And I was like, what about 3 little hats? And then I thought, what if a mimic, I have them priced now at $20, $25. If I make a $30 one, that comes with all 3 hats that you store inside, and you can friction fit a new little hat to go on. Maybe I should make a little Batwing hat for Halloween too. And then it comes with 4 little hats, and you could choose, you know, it's a little upgrade cost. Some people are fine with it, but you put on whichever mood you're in that day, you put on the hat. They're friction fit. Eventually, one day, years from now, they might not work anymore as you put them in and out, but let's see what happens. That's what I'm thinking there, guys. That's what I'm thinking there with that one. While we were on the line together, sharing electrons, getting deep into each other's psyches, some packages were delivered to me. Packages. Today I've had bags delivered, and I have had some dice delivered. I don't make my own dice. That's the one thing that's an import-export, buy-sell in my booth. All my time and energy would go to making dice if I was just selling dice at the Renaissance, and they would have to cost about $50 to $150 each per set. That's not the zoning we're in. I sell dice at a reasonable price, and also many of the items at my shop come with a free D20 of your choice or a free set of basic dice. So I feel like I'm giving away so many dice with things. When kids come up, I give them great deals. Some Ren Fair kids. Like, I'm not trying to make a living off import, export, buy, sell dice, but it's great to be able to have them in the shop, because if you leave with a dice tower and a set of dice, or a dice holder and a set of dice, a mimic or a cuddly dragon and a dice, it's the whole package. I wanted to deliver somebody the whole package, so they could go home that night with a new dice tower and a new set of dice, or maybe it's their first dice tower, first set of dice, and it's all there in the booth. I think that makes a little bit of sense. I don't know about you, but to me, I like dice. And I like party hats. Look at that little guy. Party hat, a little jaunty off to the side. Viking helmet's got a little bit of battle damage on it. And those flowers are close, man. I don't have to adjust too much on those flowers. I'll add a little bit of scoring in there, cut them apart a little bit, have the leaves pop out on different sides maybe. Just how it sits flat on the piece. I'm going to have to make it look a little good. Maybe I can make it hang over the edge. I doubt that's going to happen just in size. But that's a good start. 3, and then maybe some bat ears. Maybe I should make some Mickey ears to go on there to get full copyright infringement issues. Hey, if you are
into the wasteland.
out in the wasteland with us, and you're rolling those shiny math rocks over those nuked desert sands that have turned to glass, welcome. It's going to be okay. We got each other's backs and we've got each other's fronts. That's right. With Magical Michael's new mystical armor, you have eyes in the back of your head. Magical Michael's mystical armor. If you're out there in the wasteland, don't forget to pick up a set. It keeps you protected by keeping you aware. There are sensory organs located all over this magical armor. So if you're walking forward, backward, up, down, left, or right, or like Ender in the Z-axis as well, you know you can be alerted and protected. Because protection starts with being aware. Magical Michael's mystical armor, available at Magical Michael's Mystical Pavilion at the Pottery Barn Outlet. That's right, all the Pottery Barns were turned into armor dispensaries. Make sure you get on down there to Magical Michael's. Pick up a couple vases, some knickknacks for your wasteland hovel, and some armor. Magical Michael's mystical armor and protection at the Pottery Barn Pavilion, or to be looted off a body in the wasteland.
Into the wasteland.
We have a little bit more time here, about 20 minutes. We're going to be hanging out. All of you are amazing. You're getting some things done. I appreciate you. And you're cool. You're cool, good people who do good work. Keep it up. We're going to keep listening to a little bit of Lo-Fi.
I saw it when I walked, boy.
That's right. We are getting down to the last couple minutes of Level Up with Louie, stream of adventure. A growl out to all of you who have been hanging out a little bit here and there today. What a great joy it's been to spend a little bit of time with you. You guys just checking in. I honestly, it makes my day. I love kind of working on things, knowing that you're in the background working on things, and we're all getting things thinged together. We did some cutting. We did these cool whole looks right here. Look at that. A flower looking good. Those look like the flowers that I'm going for. A helmet, a party hat. Maybe we'll do some bat ears or Mickey ears. I don't know what other helmets or hats to put in that mix, but it would be fun if people could switch them out. Yada, yada, yada. Yada, yada, yada in a good way. We've been hanging out for a little while now. You are exactly where you need to be. It is the Wasteland.
Into the wasteland.
And that is a strange, strange place to be. We are Level Up with Louie. This has been the stream of adventure. We've been in the shop running these lasers, lightning bolt, fireball, making those little bad boys sing all day. Look at them over there, just cutting away. Lightning bolt just got done cutting all these mimics, and we're going to put those party hats, that Viking helmet, and those flowers on those mimics because that's what you requested. I don't know how you did it because I have no contact information listed anywhere, but you nailed it. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go out into the world. I am going to buy a couple of Dungeons and Dragons books. Luckily, the game store is near the Renaissance Festival. So I'm going to go by the Renaissance Festival. I have to pick up the internet, which I think I left there. They're looking good. Thanks. They're coming along, guys. They're coming along. I'm going to have to go. There's a friend who's in town. Am I checking with them? I'm going to check in with them. There's a couple friends in town. That's the magic of it. Check in with everybody, see what's going on in the world. I need to glue so many things tonight. Yesterday, it was all yard work from 8:30 in the morning to about 5 at night. All yard work all day. Yard's looking good, everybody. But that was a solid day of work that I wasn't gluing and getting my fingers sticky and gluing my fingers to wood. When I wasn't designing the art I need to design. When I wasn't prepping for the weekend. So we'll see how all this plays out. It's a short week, too. We had that Labor Day, so a short week is 4 days. But really, when you're working the Renaissance hardcore sometimes, like every day matters. Like I work all the time, but luckily I love my work. And if that's what it takes to pay the bills and keep the lights on, I'm doing it. And I love you guys. Thanks for being here. TJ Etka, thanks for being here. Jay, Rob, everybody, Jillian, Kara, Robert, all you wonderful people out there in the world. It has been another wonderful roller coaster of a ride. All those lurking in the distance, Jillian, others. You are special. You are cool. I see you. I recognize you. You are good people. And this month is Uncle Iroh month. September is Uncle Iroh month on my avatar calendar. So let's listen to this beautiful tune, Leaves from the Vine. That's not it. Let's listen to this beautiful tune, Leaves from the Vine. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. Take care of yourself. Be good to each other. And don't forget to like yourself and subscribe to Having Integrity. See you next week.